Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 1. That is, here we are going to discuss about high temperature conductors. Next, GTACSR conductors, that is gap type thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor reinforced, and bundle conductor and its uses. Okay, first of all, here we are going to discuss about high temperature conductors. So in high temperature conductors, first of all, here we are going to discuss about thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor. So whenever we are going to dope this zirconium material with ACSR conductors, then conductors may turn into high temperature conductors like thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductors. So whenever, if you see here, zirconium is going to dope with our AAC, AAAC and ACSR conductors, then the conductors can become as high temperature conductors. It can stand for high temperature because the internal resistance has the capability to withstand for high temperature and to transfer the bulk amount of current. If you see here, thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor, this conductor is suitable for continuous operation at elevated temperature up to 2100 degrees centigrade temperature. For 2100 degrees centigrade temperature also we can transfer that electrical power via this conductor, because this conductor having that internal resistance to bear that temperature. And even though if you are going to dope that zirconium with ACSR conductors and remaining conductors, it is not going to affect that mechanical properties and electrical properties, and it has the capability to transfer that high current capacity up to 1.6 times that of conventional ACSR conductors. And even we compare this thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductors, here it can transfer that current 1.6 times greater than that of ACSR. But earlier we discussed that HTLS. In HTLS conductor, it can carry say current up to 2.5 times than that of ACSR. So when we compare that thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor and HTLS conductor, high temperature low sag conductor, where we can compare the current, HTLS can carry 2.5 times, but thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor carries only 1.6 times that of ACSR currents. But it can stand for high temperature around 2100 degrees centigrade at here. Next. So there are various types of thermal resistant alloy conductors are there. So all these conductors can carry that high ampacity, that means high amount of current it can carries. So we can see that one by one of its classification. So one is called as ACSS. What is the full form of ACSS? Means aluminum conductor steel supported conductor. Then TACSR, that means thermal alloy conductor steel reinforced conductor. Then STACIR, that means super thermal alloy conductor invar reinforced. And ACCC, that means aluminum conductor composite core. And next one is ACCR, that means aluminum conductor composite reinforced. These are the various 5 types of thermal temperature conductors. Next. So first of all, here we are going to discuss about the device called TACSR, that means thermal alloy conductor steel reinforced. The inner core of this thermal alloy conductor steel reinforced is composed of galvanized steel. Why it is composing of galvanized steel means in order to get that high tensile strength or high mechanical strength. The outer layers are composed of thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductors. So therefore, TACSR conductors are used to enhance the capacity of existing transmission line. For example, the existing transmission lines like ACSR conductors, AAC conductors, AAC conductors can be replaced by TACSR conductors, where TACSR is doped with galvanized steel for getting that high tensile strength or high mechanical strength. So whenever we are going to replace that ACSR, AAC, AAC with thermal alloy conductor with steel reinforced, where we can transfer that high amount of current at high temperature. So high amount of current like 1.6 times of current and high temperatures like 250 degrees centigrade of temperature. By simply replacing that existing conductor without any modifications in the tower. So no need modifications in the tower, only there is a modifications in the conductor. Whether we can replace ACSR or AAC or AAC with thermal alloy conductor with steel reinforced, where we can transfer that current up to 1.65 times, even for operating temperature up to 250 degrees centigrade of temperature. Next conductor called GTACSR conductor, that means gap type thermal resistant aluminum alloy conductor reinforced. Therefore, gap type aluminum alloy conductor reinforced has unique construction. What is that unique construction? That means it has a small gap between the steel core and super thermal resistant aluminum alloy layer. So there is a potential difference between the steel core and super thermal resistant aluminum alloy layer. This combination results in low sag and current carrying characteristics are very high. GTA CSR is useful to update an existing transmission line by simply replacing to GTA CSR. So ACSR conductors can be replaced by GTA CSR with low amount of sag and to transfer that high amount of current with high tensile strength. So this is the figure where we can better understand about the concept like GTA CSR. Here these are called as galvanized steel conductors, and these conductors are aluminum conductors. Between galvanized steel and aluminum conductors there is a small gap. This small gap is filled by grease in order to reduce the potential difference between these two strands. One is steel strands, galvanized steel strands, another one is aluminum strands. Next one, advantage of gap type aluminum conductor steel reinforced conductors. It doubles the current carrying capacity. For suppose if the current carrying capacity of ACSR conductors, for example, if it is 1 ampere, then it doubles to 2 amperes. No modifications are required while we are using the GTA ACR conductors on overhead transmission lines. It requires low cost and short construction period. So within the shortest period we can construct it, and the capital cost while replacing the ACSR conductors with GTA ACR conductors, its cost is also low. Then special sagging method is used as to apply sag on the steel core. So to identify that the amount of sag for these conductors, we can apply that a special sagging method to identify that or to measure the value of sag between the two successive poles. Next concept is called as bundle conductors and its uses. So bundle conductor is a conductor which is made up of two or more subconductors, and it is used on one phase conductor. For voltages more than 200 kV, it is preferable to use more than one conductor per phase. That means wherever we are going to carry that high amount of voltage, during that case it is better to use that two conductors in order to provide that high reliability, and we can transfer that electrical power up to its thermal limit and electrical limit value. So generally in bundle conductors, it consists of two or more subconductors as to transfer that maximum voltage like 220 kV. It is preferable to use more than one conductor per phase as to improve the reliability, and it is also known as bundle conductor. A bundle conductor provides better regulation and good efficiency by reducing that inductance and skin effect present in the power line. So line inductance value has been reduced because line inductive reactance, that is XL is equal to 2 pi FL. That is XL is equal to 2 pi FL, where inductive reactance is depends upon that value of frequency. If you are going to control the frequency, automatically we can reduce that inductive reactance of the transmission line, and we can reduce that skin effect. That means the majority of the current which is flowing only on the surface of the conductor, that problem here we can reduce when we are using the bundle conductors, because bundle conductors are simply twisted and having that two conductors where we can share that overall voltage, thereby we can reduce that skin effect problem also. Next here we are going to look at advantages of bundle conductors. So by using that bundle conductors, here the following are the advantages we have, that is reduce reactance. We can reduce that reactance per unit centimeter of the conductor, and reduce voltage drop in conductors. Whenever the line reactance at per unit centimeter, if it is reduced, then automatically the voltage drops at per unit centimeter is also reduced. And there is a reduced corona loss due to that reduced reactance, and the conductors are twisted. Then highest critical disruptive voltage, it can withstand for high amount of lightning strokes even it is appear directly to the conductor. So due to that reduced surge impedance, we can express the mathematical formula Z is equal to square root of L by C, where L is reduced, then the capacitance of the conductor is increases. If the overall impedance Z is decreases, then automatically we can transfer that maximum amount of power from one end to another end. According to maximum power transfer theorem, the condition to transfer the maximum power is source net reactance. That means the inductive reactance is equal capacitive reactance. Whenever the net inductive reactance is equal capacitive reactance, automatically we can transfer that maximum amount of power. So here we are going to control that inductive reactance. That means where we are going to make that both inductive reactance value is equal to capacitive reactance. So we can transfer the maximum power by using that bundle conductors. Thank you.